Hey guys, let me going over the learning outcome regarding the differences between an asymmetrical bilateral transfer and a symmetrical bilateral transfer. When learning like any type of motor skill that's like one arm or one leg, I suppose, one big question is, does it matter if you use your dominant hand first, or does it matter if you use your weak hand first, or limb, I suppose? And does that transfer over to the other limb? And does it make a difference which hand you use? Because if it does, that would be an asymmetrical transfer. But if it doesn't matter if I use my left hand or my right hand, that would be a symmetrical transfer. Essentially, an example would be like writing my name on a piece of paper. For the first time, for example, if I use my dominant hand knowing I'm right-handed, would that skill transfer over well to my left hand? And would it make a difference if I use my left hand first or my right hand? So if it doesn't make a difference, if the skill transfers over to either hand regardless of which hand I use first, that would be a symmetric transfer. But if it matters that I need to use my dominant hand first, then that would be an asymmetrical transfer. For example, something that you need to consider is when learning a skill. For example, if you do have a dominant hand, for example, learning how to like kick a soccer ball, my dominant leg would be my right side. If I'm practicing a skill using my right leg, it's going to be easier for me to improve and easier for me to maintain my motivation while practicing, kicking a ball or whatever it may be, than if I practice with my left leg, which is very weak and uncoordinated as opposed to my right. So one thing we do have to consider is if you do practice with one leg, usually you're going to maintain more motivation with your dominant leg as opposed to your weaker leg. Because if I would use my weak leg, my left one, I would give up pretty easily just knowing I'm not going to get as good as it, which would restrict, the learning aspect of the skill or whatnot.